Hey, what's up, guys? On this week's episode of What We're Watching Wednesday, we've got Mobland, we've got Barbarian, and we've got CONFESS FLETCH. All right, let's go.
UnkleSam presents What We're Watching Wednesdays. What We're Watching Wednesdays.
What's up with y'all on What We're Watching Wednesday? So I got to watch one of my favorite genres recently that I don't get to watch that much anymore because I have two little kids at home and they watch what I watch. So, but I'm talking about horror, and I've loved horror movies my entire life. Anybody knows me knows that. You know, since the first one I ever watched, where I was so scared, that was like my first high, you know, first buzz, and I've been chasing that ever since with horror movies. You know, a lot more miss than hit, but I think I caught that high the other day, and maybe it's just because I don't get to watch as many these days. However, I highly suggest this film. It's the 2022 film Barbarian. And don't let the name mislead you. It's modern day. It has nothing to do with, like, you know, barbarians and Conan type stuff. Nothing to do with that. The name's very misleading with that. But dadgum, this movie didn't creep me out. I don't want to tell you too much about it because there's things that are better. I knew nothing about this movie going in. I don't know why I watched it. It was free on Tubi. That's always a plus. And, you know, Tubi's got the ad breaks. I didn't mind the ad breaks. I needed the ad breaks to break the tension, you know. Anyway, it's got a great cast. Small cast, great cast. It's got Georgina Campbell. I don't know her from anything, but she was great in it. She plays the lead, Tess. It also has Bill Skarsgård of, you know, It fame and other creepy roles. Also, surprising, I was very surprised. I almost don't want to tell you this, but it has Justin Long in it. I had no idea he was in the movie. He just suddenly there he was, and he's great in it. Well, okay, I won't tell you anybody else. There's another face you probably recognize, but, you know, save that. However, it was directed by Zach Krieger, something like that. Now, as far as I know, that's the guy from The Whitest Kids You Know. You know, he was in, like, Miss March or whatever. Like, those dudes are hilarious, and this guy's hilarious, but this is a pure horror film. It's not comedy, and I think people that love horror love comedy. People that are good at making good horror make good comedy, and vice versa, or can be. You know, it's kind of like when you cast comedians in a dramatic role, and I think they rock it. A lot of that was, you know, Breaking Bad. Most of those actors in that are comedians, but they're playing dramatic roles, so they know how to bring humor to that without that being the main focal point. You know, so anyway, I think there's something there with horror too. I think if you have this ability to make something really funny, you could probably also make something really dark. And the way I will describe this film, it would be like, have you ever been sitting there and thought, maybe talking to a friend or something, said, you know what would make a really cool concept for a horror movie? And then you say it, and like, yeah, that would be cool. And it could be this, and then you could have this. Yeah, and then you need them to do this. Oh, and then you know what? This. Oh, that would be a cool horror movie, man. You ought to write that. Yeah, you should, man. We ought to make that movie. And then you don't, because making movies isn't like so easy to do. Or you turn in, you know, or you do make movies and you turn in your script and they want you to rewrite it 50 different ways. And that was my understanding. The director, he shot this movie around for a couple years, and all the studios said, this is great, we love it, but you've got to rewrite it because you need it to be like this, and this, like other horror movies. This is how you do horror movies. He's like, yeah, those horror movies you're talking about aren't good, you know? So this is how I'm gonna make it. And if y'all aren't gonna let me make it this way, then I'm not making it with y'all. So 2 years he shopped this around. People wanted it until finally he found a studio that let him make it the way he wanted to, and thank goodness he did, because like I said, it has produced one of the best horror movies I'm gonna say that I've watched in the last 10 years easy. Nothing else even comes to mind. You know, a low budget flick, but the quality does not suffer. Can't recommend it enough for my fellow horror movie lovers. Again, it's Barbarian 2022, and if you have seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. And I might be late to the game on this movie. Like I said, I don't know, it just kind of fell into my lap, you know? So that's my recommendation for you to watch on this Wednesday, or any day, really. Just, you may want to leave the lights on. I don't know, because good stuff. Peace.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Uncle Sam, and welcome to What We're Watching Wednesday. Go watch Barbarian. It is creepy. It is scary. It is not about barbarians. On Tubi. I definitely suggest it also. I'm going to talk to you guys about Mobland. It's out on Paramount Plus. It stars Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan, and Helen Mirren. So we've got, it's by Guy Ritchie, but it's not shot in the typical Guy Ritchie fashion. It's just kind of like a regular series. But it is about the UK street gangs, not even street gangs. They're like posh like type gangs. At least the upper level is, and that's who we're dealing with. Tom Hardy plays the fixer for the Harrigans, and we've got the Stevensons, and those two are rivals, and it goes back a long ways, and there's going to be a lot of bloodshed. It's a lot of action. It's pretty intriguing. I have to say, as much as I love Tom Hardy and even Pierce Brosnan, he plays this wild dude. As much as they're like pretty awesome, Helen Mirren, just finished watching her in 1923, where she plays like the matriarch type, like you just love her, like she's caring and she's like supportive and all this stuff. Maeve is not supportive. She is not caring, devious and treacherous. And look, you throw in a whatever cuss word anyway, any type of description and the negative connotation, and that's going to be her. Like, not good. Not a good woman at all, not even in the least bit. Anyways, I highly suggest it. Like I said, it is on Paramount Plus. It is rated TV, MA for violence and language, all that fun stuff. So if you got it, go get it. If you don't got it, go get it. Anyways, check it out, dude. It's totally worth it. Next, I've got a 2022 film. It's called Confess Fletch, and it stars John Hamm, and he is not a detective. However, this is a murder whodunit movie, and he is a former... Yeah, I guess that's the best way to describe it. He's former. Yeah, former. No, he's not doing it anymore. No. Okay. Investigative journalist. So he's investigating and he's writing stories. Now he's actually he meets this Italian woman when he's on vacation or whatever, and you would guess it, Italy. So he's been touring around Europe, comes across this beautiful young woman, kick it off, and the next thing you know, her father's kidnapped. Actually, he's already been kidnapped. That's how they start talking. And so they get together and he flies back to Boston to try to locate these paintings, and that's whenever he discovers a dead woman. Yeah, she's just dead, and he shows up at this townhouse where he's staying, and so the movie kind of starts from there, and it is quirky, it is funny, it's got some good characters, some funny characters. This is a comedy, it's not super serious. I really did kind of leave me guessing about exactly who did what and what's going on. Like the red herrings are good because they start throwing all kinds of stuff at you, you know, all throughout it. Like I'm a fan of murder whodunits and detective series and stuff like that. You know, they just start chunking stuff at you and you never really know exactly which way it's all gonna go. A lot of fun. In the end, you'll figure out who did it. Well, you won't figure it out. I don't know. You might figure it out. I didn't figure it out. It took me a while before it finally was like, oh, because they throw so much at you. But anyways, it's a lot of fun. Prime Video, rated R. The stepmom is hilarious. Enjoy it. Prime Video. Confess Fletch, 2022. All right, that's going to be it for this week. Anyway, this video has gone on way too long. Thank you guys for staying all the way to the end. We appreciate it. Glad that we're back. We've got some new stuff that's coming up real shortly. Like some actual things are in the work, and we're excited to get back to doing some things that we've done in the past, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. All right, we love you guys. Don't forget to check out Funko Pop Friday, and you can find all of our videos on our YouTube channel, on our Rumble channel, on Spotify, or you can go to UnkleSamPresents.com and get everything, including Rusty Wolves. So all right, so love you guys. Peace.
We're watching Wednesdays. This is what we're watching. From UnkleSam Presents.
What we're watching Wednesdays.
What we're watching.
Copyright 2025 UnkleSam Presents. UnkleSamPresents.com. Email us at amunkleSam@gmail.com. Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter. Email us if you wish to be a sponsor.
What we're watching Wednesdays. This is
Check
what
out the
we're
rest of our
watching
videos at
from
UnkleSamPresents.com.
UnkleSam Presents. This is what we're watching. What we're watching Wednesdays. This is what we're watching from UnkleSam Presents. This is what we're watching. We're watching Wednesdays.